Hello, this is Dave Marshall, and what I'd like to do in this video is show you how to do a basic orthographic block. An orthographic drawing is a method that allows someone to represent a three-dimensional object on a two-dimensional piece of paper. We'll be using three different views. One's called the front view, the other is the top view, and the last one we'll be using is called the side view. We're always going to place the front view in the bottom left-hand corner of our page. Above the front view will be our top view, and to the right side will be our right side view. We'll call that just the side view. Looking at our piece of orthographic paper, we have to remember in the bottom left corner is going to be our front view, above that's going to be our top view, and to the right of our front view is going to be our side view. The dimensions of our front view are going to be 5 inches across, and it's going to be 2 inches tall. Let's also not forget that each small square is 1/4 inch, and 4 squares equal 1 inch. We're going to start at the bottom left-hand corner, and you can see I'm counting over. I'm going to count over 20 squares. That's going to equal 5 inches. I can also count over for my side view dot 3, coming back, and that's kind of a way to cheat to get your 5 inches in without having to count over 20. But it's 20 small squares across the front. That's going to equal 5 inches. Now I'm counting up on the left-hand side over here on the front view, up 8 squares. 8 squares are going to equal 2 inches. And I'm drawing that line in there. Again, I'm using a construction line, light, thin, and erasable. I'm counting up on the other side now, 8 squares, which is going to be 2 inches. This is going to be the front view of my basic block shape. The front view shows the most detail and has the longest dimension on it. At this point, I'm going to do something new. I'm going to take the intersection points, or where two lines come together on my front view, and I'm going to draw a dashed line up to my top view. This is called a projection line. I'm projecting that information up. Notice that line stayed right on the line on the graph paper. Got to make sure I draw these nice and straight. So I'm taking this corner or this intersection point, and I'm projecting that information up to my top view. So what I did there is I just projected the 5-inch width up to the top view. Now I'm doing on the side view the same thing. So the bottom corner, that intersection point, I'm projecting the information over. I'm going to go up to the top corner and do the same thing. So I've just projected over the height of the block. On the top view, I projected the length of the block, and on the right side view here, I'm projecting the height of the block. These are called projection lines. Now I'm going to the starting point in my top view, that little dot, and I'm going to draw the line across in between my two projection lines. That line will be 5 inches, same as my front view. Notice it's right between my two projection lines. At this point, I'm counting up 12 little squares. That is 3 inches. I could count one back from the top, another way to kind of cheat. 3 inches is the width. So if I'm looking at my top view, which is what I'm working on right now, it is going to be 3 inches wide. So its length is going to be 5 inches, and it's going to be 3 inches wide. Again, we're drawing the top view now, the top of our basic block shape. I'm going to draw across right to my projection line because that tells me right where the 5 inches are. Don't even need to count my 20 squares anymore. And I'm going to come down and finish off my top view. Again, using construction lines. At this point, I'm going to project the new information from my top view to my rebound line. So I'm coming across that intersection point. Right when I get to that 45-degree line, I'm going to go 90 degrees or down. Okay, again, I'm following the graph paper line, and I'm projecting this information to my side view. So I'm using projection lines, which I'm making here dashed lines. I'm going to now go up to the top corner. That's another intersection point, and project over to my 45-degree rebound line and down and it's going to go to my side view. So project it across right there. I'm going to stop, and I'm going to come straight down now, making sure I'm right on that graph paper line. So I'm following that graph paper edge straight down, perpendicular to the bottom of the page. Again, I'm making a projection line. My side view, I can see the shape now with the projection lines I've drawn. It's 2 inches tall, or the height's 2 inches, and the width, or how wide it is 3 inches. No need to count any little small squares. We've done that with our projection lines. So now I'm just going to take a construction line and fill in the side view. So at this point, since I've got my basic orthographic block drawn, I'm going to take a marker and I'm going to make object lines. Remember, you're not using a marker, you're using a pencil. And really, you shouldn't be doing this. We're not going to make object lines out of a orthographic basic block. We're going to turn this block into other block drawings. So we're going to actually transform this shape into shapes 1 through 8 in class. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just showing you what the shape would look like if that was going to be my final shape. This isn't going to be the final shape that we're going to do in class, but this is how we're going to start all our orthographic drawings. We would leave them as construction lines. I'm going through here, just darken them in so you can see what that shape looks like. Remember, the front view is 5 inches in length, or 20 squares. It's 2 inches tall, which is 8 squares. The top view is 5 inches across, or in length, and its width is 3 inches, and 3 inches is 12 squares. Right now I'm coming over to my side view and finishing that off. My side view is 2 inches in height, and its width is 3 inches. So that's what a basic orthographic block looks like. Nice job here making your orthographic block. Now we'll go on to block shape number 1.